sell art. I sell on the sidewalk. I set up a little stand. I sit next to the Link NYC machines. Free Wi-Fi and free charging. I bring portable art supplies. I set up a little table, foldable table. I set up next to this. And I just wait for people to come by. When you're doing art sales on the sidewalk, it's best to smile. So you're gonna have a lot of people looking at you because not often are people selling art on the street. So when you see people are making eye contact with you, you want to smile because it shows that you're approachable and it makes people want to come to your stand. Some people are nervous and they don't know whether they should approach you or not. They don't know. I mean, they have the idea that you're selling your art, but they don't know for sure. Some people are unsure. But honestly, most people get the idea. So while you should be friendly and approachable and you should smile, you shouldn't force people to come to your stand. It's okay for every once in a while to say, oh, art sale or whatever, but don't force it too hard because the people that are interested in art, they will come to you because those are the people that you're trying to attract anyway. Those are your customers. Those are the people that are most likely to purchase art from you. So you don't want like people to just buy your art out of pity. You want people that are genuinely interested in your work. So don't stress too much. Also, it's best to introduce yourself and ask people their names. So I'll be like, for example, hi, my name is Blue. What's your name? They'll tell you their name. They'll tell you their name. And then you want to remember their name. And then you want to use it one more time later on in the conversation. So you'll be like, for example, oh, my name is Pam or whatever. So you'll be like, oh, thanks for stopping by, Pam. Or like, it's nice to meet you, Pam. You want to repeat it back to them because I learned this in a book that I read. I think it was called How to Make Friends and Influence People, a very great book. People like their own names. So when they hear their own name, they're going to feel happy. They're going to feel like a little bit closer to you and they'll be more likely to purchase art. I found that whenever I would try to have a genuine conversation with people and I would remember their names, they felt more comfortable around me. So, you're a stranger to them, so you want them to feel comfortable. You want to feel like you're approachable. Also, always have a PayPal, a Cash App. Venmo seems to be really popular. Have a few of those options because not everyone carries cash with them. And when it comes to pricing your work, have a variety of prices, but also make it like easy to remember and easy to have change for. So I'll have like stickers that are $1 for people who don't really have much cash on them. I'll have something that's $5. I'll have something that's $10. And then I usually don't go over $20 because people don't really want to spend more than $20 on the fly. But my prices are usually $1, $5, $10, or $20. And I'll always have change for those amounts. See, I have stickers, pins, framed art, prints, a sign. It's harder to have weird prices like $8 or like $12. That just gets confusing. It's confusing to have change for. Like, if you want to do it, but I suggest against it. Also, people are more likely to buy when the number is more like, a friendly number. It's great to have stickers because with stickers, it's like simple, and if someone can't buy from you at the moment, but you see that they're very interested in your art, you give them a sticker. Like, it's not a big loss. If anything, you're making them happy, and if they see you again, they might buy from you next time. It's about like building, it's about like making friends in your community. I would set up somewhere in your neighborhood. It's cool to do it around like 14th Street, downtown, not 42nd Street, that's too saturated. But like for me personally, I rather do it in my own neighborhood because these are people I'll be seeing, people that will be returning customers. Find a unique spot where the market isn't overly saturated, but also make sure that it's a spot that has a lot of traction. So me personally, I usually stay around the Broadway area because that's where most of the trains are. You'll have more people coming by every time a train stops by. It's just more convenient. I sit next to the NYC things that give free Wi-Fi where you could charge your phone. The only real inconvenience will be when you have to use the bathroom. So before you go set up your stand, use the bathroom. What I do is I'll call my mom since I set up nearby. I'll tell her if she could like just hold down the spot for me so that no one like takes my stuff or whatever and I don't have to pack back up. And then I'll go to like the nearest Starbucks or something. Or you can have like a friend come with you. But usually when you have to use the bathroom, that's kind of an issue. But if you can find someone who can hold the spot for you, then all the better. It's definitely legal to be selling your art. So it falls under the First Amendment rights of freedom of speech. You just can't like sit like right in front of the door of a store, obviously, like just obvious places. Like I'm sure as long as you're out of people's way, you're fine. I've only really dealt with authority like once, and they asked me like, are you allowed to do this? And I was like, yeah, it's legal. And they just kind of left me alone after that. No one has really bothered me yet about it. Just make sure you're considerate. You're not in anyone's way. You're not being disruptive. It's okay to play music. Just don't blast it, and play something kind of tasteful, you know. Have business cards, a website, and social media. So I find personally that not a lot of people ask for my social media, surprisingly. So when you hand them a business card, they'll already have it there. A lot of the older customers tend to ask if I have a website or a business card. So it's just helpful to have those things set up already so that they can follow up, they can keep up with you. It also helps to have a sign that says you're selling art. So again, like I said, some people are shy, they don't want to approach you. So if you have a sign, at least they'll think like, oh, this is an art sale, but I'm not too sure. Maybe this person is just crazy, just sitting there with a bunch of art. Just have a sign, like, it's helpful. Be sure to take initiative in your conversations. Take initiative in the conversations because people will come up to you and they'll try to get you to start talking. I know for me, this was my problem at first because I was kind of shy. I didn't know how to bring up the prices and stuff because I was like, what if they don't want to buy my art? No, just tell them the price. It's not going to hurt. So introduce yourself. Tell them a little bit about yourself, a brief bio. Tell them about yourself, a brief little bio. Why you make your art, where you're from, you know, just so people get an idea of who you are, who they're supporting. So then you guys chat a little bit and then you'll tell them, so over here I have this, I have this, I have this, these are the prices, this is what this is. And then from there, people, as they're looking at their work, they're deciding what they want, what they can afford, and all that. So don't be afraid to take initiative of the conversation. Don't let the customer ask you, so what's this, just, get straight to the point. It's okay to talk to people, get to know people, because it's also about bonding and the connections that you make. So you might find when you first start that maybe the first 30 minutes is kind of slow, you're uncomfortable, you're like, oh my God, what if I don't make money today? Like, those thoughts go through my head too. Every time I set up, and I don't make a sale yet, I'm like, what if I don't make a sale today and I'm just sitting here for nothing? No, you will make a sale. You will make sales. People like art. Not everyone likes art, but a good amount of people like art. You will, if your prices are fair and reasonable and your work is decent, you will make a sale. So my advice is don't leave until you're satisfied with the amount of money that you've made. Now, the pros of this is that you could make more than a regular job. The cons of it is it's not guaranteed. So you might not make as much as you want to make. But if you're willing to put the time in, if you're willing to learn and grow and hustle, you will make the money that you want to make. You just need to manifest that. So just be confident in yourself, put your all into your work, have fair prices, of course, speak to people, get to know people. You will make your money. Just have your goal in mind. Don't leave until you've made that goal, unless like the sun went away. But usually I find that like if I wait just a little bit longer, that's when I'll make my big sale. So what I personally love about selling my art is that I'm building my communication skills. I'm working on getting some exposure with my work. I find that for me, usually I make about the same amount as a regular job, if not more, and the money is coming to me immediately. So I don't have to wait like 2 weeks for a paycheck or something. That's why I personally enjoy selling my art. You gain connections, and honestly, like, you just have to be willing to put in the time, the work, the socializing, and it can be draining, but it's all worth it because at the same time, you're doing something that you love. Now, the con to this is that sometimes it's going to be a rainy day and you can't sell art outside because not a lot of people want to buy art in the rain. Sometimes it'll be a cold day. You don't want to sit outside all day. The weather is a huge factor to this. But what you can do is you can sell in the train station. Now, I'm not too sure on the like legal aspects of that, but it's definitely an option. I guess if a cop were to approach you, I guess you'd be let off with a warning. But don't take my word for that because I have not been in that experience yet. But yeah, I think it's worth it. Just in the meantime, like, have some portable art supplies with you. So I usually carry around watercolors with a water brush, and I just paint while I'm waiting for customers to come. So you're working on your craft, like, you're not really wasting time, because if you're working at the same time, it's not a waste of time. If you're reading, it's not a waste of time. I would just say don't be on your phone too much, because that usually deters people from coming to you because you don't look focused. I don't know why that is, but people just don't really come to the stand when they see that you're busy on your phone. But if they see that you're drawing, they're more likely to come up to you, ask you about your drawing or whatever. But I think when you're looking at your phone, you're a little bit more detached, so people feel a little more intimidated to come up and speak to you. But that's basically all you really need is the foldable chair, a table, and your art, and you're good to go. Honestly, I think selling art is a courageous thing to do. It's a beautiful thing to do, and if it's meant for you, it'll come to you. Like, as long as you put in the work. Be sure you put in your work. I hope this helped someone. I hope that this inspired you to go out there and get your art out there, and so that you could make money. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.